right, I think we're live. Cool. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another trading day. Let me get a screen up for you all. Hope you're all doing well. We're about to open. There we are. Cool. How's everyone doing? Let's have a look. Mark, good morning to you, my friend. Nils, Coach Z, good morning. How are you all doing? Hope you're doing well. What a crazy day it's been. Damn. I mean, we rose up and then just reversed everything. I mean, look at this. It's like a perfect mountain. It looks like Everest. Literally perfect V-shaped reversal. But we've just opened. Let's see. I mean, in terms of direction today, I really don't know, man. I have no real bias. I'll be more to the upside, but the sellers seem to be wanting it. I mean, we got the point of control. We're about to approach the point of control. Let's see what happens around there and figure it out. But we'll let the chaos ensue of the open. We'll let it play out. In terms of levels, that's not a level anymore. That is, though, right there. We do have a gap right at the bottom here, just below all this consolidation, below the point of control. So that could be an interesting place to buy. I can imagine there'll definitely be a reaction of some sort. Whether we would go up a lot, who knows? But I can definitely imagine there'll be a reaction in and around, 28,310. So definitely a level I'll be interested in buying into. Let me just get my cash account up as well. I'm going to make a trade. All right, we're about to touch the point of control. We pretty much touched it. Lots of sellers on the open, huge amount of sellers. Buyers buying it back up. Again, bit of craziness as we always get on these opens recently. It's never really been a clean open in a while now. We've always had just chaos. So, Dawood, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Nifa, good to see you. How are you? Glad you're back. So, didn't really get many trades in yesterday, unfortunately. What's your bias? My bias, honestly, I'd still be more bullish, but this reversal we had in the pre-market was brutal. I mean, it's literally like a mountain. I mean, it's almost as if you put a mirror down the middle. Imagine you just put a mirror here, and it just reflected exactly what happened here, but in the opposite. I mean, it's rare you see something that perfect, So I'm a little bit, I don't know. I'll have to see. My bias will be formed more, I think, after the open. Let's see when the real volume comes in, because pre-market can be a bit weird, I mean, we did have NFP earlier, which came in very weak. So that upset it a little bit, but I would imagine it wouldn't affect the market too much anymore now. That was quite a while back. That was like an hour ago. Ios, good to see you. Hey, Sammy, any insiders front running yet? I haven't seen nothing yet, but maybe later on. Who knows? ZT Content, good to see you. Good morning. Okay, we're back in this little gap. I can imagine sellers would want to come in here. Sellers are coming in. They're not doing very well. It looks like buyers might take it. Who knows? We'll give them a little bit more. I don't want to trade just yet. I want to give it a little bit, let it work itself out, because I can imagine sellers will hold this line here. Because we broke above that tiny little point of structure. You can see, stops getting hit. The volume spiked on the buy side. So I'm disregarding that buy volume. I want to see what's happening in this candle. At the moment, it doesn't look good for the sellers. Buyers are keeping price above majority of the sell volume. And buyers are starting to buy a bit more, but they got slapped down a bit. This is basically a very important candle right now. All sellers came in. I may short here. I may, maybe not. Buyers are still coming in. They're still buying the dip. I want to see if these buyers fail. If they fail, I'm going to go short. It's a tough one. There's not really that much sell pressure coming in. Oh, there was a big chunk, but instantly absorbed. Nah, the buyers managed to. They didn't fail. I mean, it might still fail here. But if they don't fail here, they're adding volume now. The buyers are good. They managed to break through. All right. So not quite. Didn't quite get a trade there. If the buyers were to have failed and we would have pushed back below again, I would have gone in short. But they just put in a bit too much volume and managed to break above. So fair play to the buyers here. Fair play to them. Aya says the last few days the market just keeps going in the direction of front runners. It absolutely does. Yeah, it's been a nasty market. Good morning, Holy Earth. Good to see you. Hey, Caden, long time, man. Hey, Sammy, happy to see you still stream. Took some time off for a while. No problem, man. Glad you're back. Welcome again. Oh, these buyers are just buying it up. All right, I'm going to be more bullish in this market for now, but I do want to see, because there's loads of structure points here. You know, all this chop. I can imagine here it's going to be a bit difficult for the buyers to break through. So maybe we get a pullback and then we can go in long. Who knows? Or maybe that's all it will give us. So all that volume, so I'm trying to figure out the volume. A lot of this volume is going to be, stops getting hit, things of that nature. Here's probably a few people getting trailed out, buyers getting trailed. These are some fresh buyers buying it up. Yeah. Still nothing decisive yet. Still a little bit meh, all of it. These buyers might fail here. We might get a pullback potentially. Not really. They are adding volume, but they're struggling. You can tell they're struggling to really get above. Otherwise, I would join them, but something tells me this could be the top. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe they are going to take it. Oh, 1 second it looks like the buyers are taking over. The next second the sellers are coming in. It's a very, very nasty market. Justin says he's going to short ES here. I wouldn't blame you. It's not a terrible place by the looks of it. Doesn't look terrible to short. Cherry, good to see you. And he's out already. You know what? It's not a bad way to trade. Really quick scalping sometimes. Oh, the sellers really did come in strong. There's some buyers coming in again. I might go in long here. If those buyers can hold it. That was just a nice little chunk of buyers. So I've gone in long. I'm going to have my stop quite tight. I'm going to see if those buyers can hold the line. If they can stop those sellers, because they seem to want to defend here. But if sellers keep coming in, they are gonna take this. So I really need the buyers to stay above all that sell. Oh, that's a lot of sell volume. Come on, get above them. If we break above them nicely, we got a good trade here. That's just too much. Sellers, come on, buyers. Nah, it looks like the sellers took it. I'm gonna get stopped out. That's all right, unless the buyers are willing to come in. Oh, maybe not. I'm still in the game. One ticked me. I'm still in it. If this is a successful trade, that would be the luckiest thing ever. Got that close to getting stopped out. Oh no. That's a lot of sell volume trying to get in. Trying its hardest to get into the market here. But the buyers are kind of defending in this area, but we need to get above the majority of that sell volume, We need some strong buyers to come in around this kind of area, get above all this kind of volume, and then we should take off a little bit. But this is very touch and go. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, that was lucky as hell. Do you see how close I was to getting stopped out? Literally a tick. I mean, for what it's worth, probably on any other day I wouldn't have been that lucky. But then I would probably have to jump in again and get a bit of a worse price. But that's part of trading, you know. Sometimes you get a bit lucky, sometimes you get unlucky. But I'm still going to hold it regardless. I'm not going to jump out yet because I feel the buyers are doing quite well here. That they might take it, and if they do take it, if we do break the highs, we could go up quite a bit. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's still a bunch of areas where it's going to be choppy, but this market was never going to be smooth to begin with. So just need to see good chunks of buy volume coming in. There we got eaten up quite a bit. There, good breakthrough. I'm going to put the line to the high. We need to take out all those sellers, wipe them out. Come on. Don't fail here. Don't rotate down now. If I see failure here, I might just take the money, to be honest. Oh, come on, buyers. Catch it. 140. Beautiful. Gone. Very nice. There, big chunk came in. Come on, hold the line, boys. Hold the line. Don't fail here. Don't let the sellers get any footing. We need to keep that momentum up. As long as they keep buying, we should be okay. It'll be choppy, but we should be all right. I'm just going to, I mean, for the TP, I'm just going to move it as high as possible. I'm most likely going to get out manually rather than TP. Most likely just flatten when I see. Oh, come on. We almost broke it. I mean, we kind of did, but 65, 57, 70, they're still adding, which is good. Buyers are still willing to buy higher up. So as long as they bring that energy, we should keep recovering every time we get pushed down a bit. But the moment they stop, I don't think it's going to, I think the sellers could take over here. So come on, don't stop here. Come on, break through. Add some volume. Oh, no, not that volume, the other volume, buy volume. Come on, boys. Add buy volume. All right, so buyers are willing to defend a little bit lower down. Every time we dip a little bit, they're willing to buy, which is good. But we want them to buy higher up to keep this market propped up. We need to get rid of these damn sellers. These sellers are defending this high very aggressively, which might be a little bad for us here. I'm not gonna lie. If we don't break through soon, I think the buyers are going to give up, and then we get a retracement. So I can keep holding it, but I need to see something happen very soon. It's not good. Come on, buyers. Punch up. Up. 60, 80. Good. Keep buying. All right. They're still holding the line, the buyers, so they're doing all right. But the sellers are, I feel they want it a little bit more than the buyers here. Look at that. That's not nice. Got my finger on flatten just in case. Come on, one more push up. Let's break through here. One more attempt. That's it. Come on, 60. Give me one more attempt to get up. These damn buyers. Sorry, these damn sellers even. All right, here we go. Here we go. Boom. There's all the stops getting hit. Now keep that momentum. Don't stop buying. You got to keep buying in order to keep it up. Otherwise, sellers will short here, and it will just be a false kind of breakout. All right, let's keep it going. Beautiful. Well done. Come on, give me more. I've got my finger on flatten because anywhere here, sellers are going to start coming in. As long as buyers, come on, 8, 30, 40. Oh, minus 60, minus 39, minus 80. Sellers are coming in. Come on, buyers, hold the line. Come on, hold it here. You got to come in. I want to see buy pressure come in. Come on, boys. There we go. Good. Keep it buying. Keep buying. Let's break through this area. Come on. Come on, keep pushing. Beautiful. Buy at the highs. Come on, buy at the highs. Keep buying at the high. 68, 57. I need to see big chunks coming in. Big sell chunks are coming in instead. 80. There we go. 100. Beautiful. Come on. Oh, they got to instantly push down, but they are reloading a bit. Back to 90. Back to 60. There we go. More stops getting hit. That could be some take profits, to be fair, from the buy side, but it's all right. As long as we keep buying, we're going to keep rising. We'll keep holding this until we see the buyers stop. The moment they give up, we are out. Come on, hold the line here. Hold the line. Come on. There we go. Beautiful. Keep it going. 170, 190, 200. They're still buying, but there seems to be an iceberg here because they were buying into, they were adding volume, but nothing was really coming off it. This could be exhaustion here. Any buying? Nah. All right, I'm out. I'll decide to take it. Right there, that 183, there seems to be something sitting here, like an iceberg or something. So we saw the numbers go up, right? It was going, I can't remember the exact numbers, but the numbers were going up, but the candle was actually kind of drifting down. That means there was definitely something sitting here absorbing those buyers. So we're going to need, if 200 contracts couldn't do it, we're going to need more, and we're going to need to keep, it's unlikely we're going to break through there without some kind of a pullback for more buyers to come in. And then, so I think that's the leg for now. It doesn't mean we can't jump back in once we get a bit of a pullback of some kind and we see that new buy pressure come in, then we can probably jump back in. But as of now, I don't want to sit through a pullback. All right, let's see what the chat's saying. One more test of the up for sure. Nice. 2 more points ES. Come on, good stuff. Justin, I hope you caught that. Kova, good morning to you. Stein says definitely an iceberg. So many contracts absorbed. 100%. They're not done baiting calls. Push up 5 more points ES at least. I think so, yeah. I think there's going to be more of a push up. I mean, in terms of structure, where are we overall? I mean, whether we go back to the high of the day, I don't know. I really don't know. But we're kind of in the middle. We're in that little area here where there was a bit of consolidation. We're above the point of control, which is good. I think there's more to give. Definitely more to give. But I do feel potentially a bit more of a pullback to come. Maybe back to, you know, near this kind of area here. 440, 444, something like that. Just below the point of control or around it. But if we see some good buying come in again, we could jump in hopefully for another leg. But it's always going to be choppy, this market. It's always going to be a choppy market. What did I do on that one? Let's have a look. I don't know what my P&L. Oh, 610. That wasn't actually a bad trade then. That was quite good. Oh, they've already taken over. That was quick. That was hard. That was not much of a pullback. I could have actually held through that one. But nah, sellers, see, sellers are shorting way more at the top than buyers are. Like, we'll never break through unless buyers are willing to buy at the highs. And at the moment, buyers are willing to come in, but only once there's been a bit of a dip. So we're going to get a bit of a stalemate, and it's going to be a bit, yeah. It is what it is. Mark says, would an iceberg show corresponding sell numbers as well? No. So an iceberg is purely passive, right? So remember, the footprint only shows you the aggressive side of the order. So basically, I mean, an iceberg could be take profits as well, right? It's basically any limit order. Doesn't have to be people wanting to get in as a fresh position. It could be people wanting to exit as well. Can be an iceberg too. But it's essentially lots of sell limits. So imagine, up here, let's say there were, and we identified, and look, you can see even when we got back to where this 183 was, instantly rejection. There's definitely an iceberg sitting right here, right? We don't even have to look at the order book to be able to see it. You can just see it in the footprint, right? So essentially there's a bunch of sell limits here. Now on the order book, it might only show a small amount, right? It might only show 30 or 40, but the moment those 30 or 40 get executed, an algorithm will reload it again and add another 30 and 40. So price just cannot really go higher because there could be 500 contracts sitting here, right? So buyers would need to buy more than 500 or however many there are in the iceberg. We don't truly know how many there are, right, in order to break above, and that's kind of unlikely. I mean, it can happen, but generally speaking, it just slows the market, stops it there, and then sellers have a bit of an opportunity to slip in and short and push this market. Oh, what the hell happened there? Look at that. Damn, did you see that? Wow. So yeah. So an iceberg will always look like a lot of volume, but no follow through, essentially. 730 SPY is their target. Order book only shows 70 at 28,500 right now. Oh, was that 28,500? Oh yeah, almost 28,500. Just a bit below, but around that area. And an iceberg can be on multiple levels. It doesn't have to be just one specific level. It can be stacked a little bit. So now that kind of makes sense as well. Psychological level, nice round number. So well spotted, Nils. But yeah, it will show like 70, and then those 70 get executed, and then instantly another 70 gets replenished, and another 70, and so you never really break through it. It's going to take a lot of momentum and volume to kind of break through. Now, generally, icebergs do get broken through if they take profits, right? So if this was just a bunch of buyers trying to take profit up here at 28,500, which it could have been, to be fair, right? Then once they're all exited the market, then there's no real intention to actually push the market down, right? Because it's just buyers exiting. Now, if it's an institution wanting to enter passively and they have the intention to push the market down, so they're building up a big sell order, then yeah, that unlikely you'll break through very easily, because they're going to keep shorting it, and every time it gets close, they'll protect the position that they've basically built up. So it becomes a lot more difficult to break through. I got it. I remember you went over that before. No problem, Kova. Hey, Sammy, you used level 2 or level 3 data. Do you see value on that? I have used like level 2, like the full book and all that. And don't get me wrong, it's good to have on like a separate screen if you have like the order book, because sometimes you do see some ridiculous numbers appear. But a lot of the time, whenever you do see ridiculous numbers, it's usually spoofing anyway. So, because most big orders, unfortunately, are just hidden. They're icebergs. So something like a heat map would be quite good, right? Because a heat map aims to kind of stop, aims to kind of make icebergs visible, right? Because it accumulates all the orders. Every order that was kind of in the book, and it adds in it, color codes it. Red being really hot, so being more. So you can kind of see where the buildup of orders are better because it shows you previous data as well. because it tracks the order book. So a heat map would be very useful. But just the order book alone can be nowadays very difficult to trade. There are people who can do it. Personally, I'm not that skilled to be able to just trade the order book. It just moves too quick as well. Sammy, I bought around the same location as you, but I got out with about $10 on profit because this market moves so violently. That is scary as hell. It's so hard to hold when you have a very small account. Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough. But, you know, I mean, generally, in that case, I would say try not to trade too much the New York Open. Couple of hours after the open, generally the market calms down a bit and it just doesn't, you don't get as violent swings like this random, push down. That's most likely someone exiting and just dumping a bunch of buys. Dumping an order there. I don't think it was really someone selling aggressively. I might be wrong, who knows? But either way, you don't get that happen too often, once the markets calm down a bit after the open. But the open can be, especially on a small account, like you might be right. Like even if you bought here, and you bought the lows here, overall you would have been fine. You would have been right. But as a scalper, that one candle will just take you out, and it's just a bullshit candle. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, it's hard to even know why that happened. I mean, there could be many reasons why that happened, but you just cannot defend yourself against chaos, because there's no logic behind it. It might have been an algorithm copying an order over from a different market. It might be a buyer just losing faith in their trade and just exiting all at once, and therefore it dumps. Who knows, right? But either way, that shit unfortunately happens, and yeah, it's a bit annoying. They get pulled a lot. Stein says they get pulled a lot. Exactly, yeah. So a lot of spoofing in the order book, because I used to like to keep my eye a lot on the order book, and I'd be like, oh, loads of contracts on this level, and then we'll get there, and then they just disappear. And I'm like, spoofing again. And it does kind of affect your trade a little bit, because like let's say when I was in this buy earlier and I was trying to hold through, I can't remember where I bought, but I bought somewhere, and I was trying to hold through the movement, and let's say on the book I saw at this level here loads of orders, loads of sell limits. There's a good chance I would have just taken that split second. I would have been like, actually just exit, just because it kind of spooks you. You don't want to buy into such a large amount of sell limits, but then it was just spoofing. It was never real. So that's the only thing I don't like about the order book. And yeah. Hi Sammy, where we could have demo account to trade. Fred, so demo account, I mean, you can trade a demo account with any broker, not so much prop firms. I mean, some prop firms, like I don't even know if we used to offer trial accounts on Ola Prime. I don't think we do anymore. I might be wrong. But either way, you can just trade on any broker will give you a demo account. Now, if you're talking about futures, yeah, futures are the problem with the futures. You can technically get demo accounts, but there'll be delayed data, so there'll be like 15 minutes in the past. But like, for example, this is a demo account, sure, but it's just a challenge account with Ola Prime, right? So even if you take out a challenge account, I mean, it is still demo. This is not real money. This is purely simulated. But if you pass the challenge, so the objective is to make 100K accounts. So the objective is $6,000 profit you need to make. So we're at 4,480. So we've got basically 1.5 left to make, and then we would have passed this account, and then it becomes a funded account, and then you can actually get payouts if you keep trading it and make profit, obviously. So and they're relatively well priced. you know, a challenge account, especially if you take a smaller one out. You don't have to go for 100K. You can take out like a 50K account or something. It's not that expensive. But just take it, you know, treat it seriously. Treat it like, could you pass it a lot quicker if you up your size? Of course, you know. But I'm trading this like I would trade a funded account, you know, just using the correct size, tight stops. Not the objective isn't to pass it really quick. Now, if I wanted to pass it really quick, I'd obviously, you know, bump the contract sizes up, but you're going to fail accounts quickly. Do you know what I mean? There's a good chance you'll definitely blow a few challenges when you bump that size up. But if you keep it around 5 micros and you trade with tight stops, like, it's unlikely you'll fail that challenge. And yeah, it will take you a bit of time to actually pass it, but you know, you develop some kind of discipline then, and generally it's that's kind of what you need in the funded stage. You know, you don't want to pass an account and then just blow it instantly in the funded stage, because that's, trust me, that's more depressing than than failing the challenge. Sammy, you are quite skilled. Thank you, Ajid. Thank you. It's like being in a riot. Makes sense. Thanks. No problem, Kova. What kind of chart was that guy you visited using? Looked less clear. You mean yesterday? What Boris was using? I think he was using. No, Boris was trading on a TraderVate account with Ola Prime. We gave him a TraderVate account, and yesterday in the stream he was trading that. So, what percent of the account do you suggest risking? Good question. I would say on the funded stage, the thing about the whole percentage thing, like the way I trade, it's too difficult to work out the percentage that I need to risk, because by the time I calculate all that and enter, like, it's already gone. Do you know what I mean? So I don't really have like a particular percentage, but I rather just no more than 5 micros I would ever want to be in a position. But if you're doing more like intraday trading where you have a bit of time, you got a few minutes, you know, it doesn't really matter where you enter so much because you're having bigger stops. And I would say, you know, under 0.5% on funded. If you want to pass it a bit quicker, you know, you can bump that up to like 1% or something, or 1.5. But on funded, yeah, never really go more than 0.5, I would say. And then you'll never really blow an account. Like, don't get me wrong, there's still a chance you'll blow it, you know, but you would have to lose like how many times in a row before you blow the account? Like a lot of times, basically. Which can happen, but the likelihood is it's unlikely to happen, you know. Sammy, I think it's time to go. Nifa says, I love watching you trade, Sammy. Thank you, Nifa. Thank you. Sammy, I think it's time to go short with S&P right now. That's 730, which indicates they are trapping the 730 strike call, in my opinion. Let's have a look. Would it be a good time to go short? It does look actually, you're right. It does look very, I wouldn't want to go short just yet because buyers love to come in at these lows here. But so I would want to wait for another pullback, if that makes sense, because I feel like we're in a bit of a range here. So I wouldn't want to short the bottom of the range. But we're seeing a lot of buyers came in around here trying to get the market up. They still couldn't break really that iceberg. And then buyers again tried to come in. We got below them again. And definitely a bunch of buyers have been triggered out here. All stops getting hit. More sellers shorting the low, actually. Now, this is interesting. Notice how sellers are willing to short at the lows. They're adding good volume. Oh, this might not be a bad short, actually. You're right here. Because if we go above that 133, then we're out. So I'm going to go in short as well. And my stop can literally be, I mean, don't get me wrong, buyers are buying this area, but sellers were willing. Oh, let me just move my take profit a bit further down. See if we can go back to the low. And then I've got to put my stop really kind of maybe at 450 around there. We'll do 451. Give it a little bit of extra room just in case it's a bit wild. So the reason it was really these sellers here that gave me the indication that we might go short here, because they're willing to short at the low of the range, right? And those buyers are now trapped. We can definitely, our stop can be above here. If we go above there, then this is just not merely a false breakout and that's it. But we still have to break through all those lows, right? There's still lows to take out. You know, lots of volume is going to be trapped in these areas. So buyers are still very much looking at it as like this is the bottom of the range and they're still going to want to buy. So as long as these buyers, as long as those sellers are willing to keep shorting and hold those buyers off, we should be okay. But if buyers come in very strong, then yeah, of course they can. So sellers are still coming in, which is good, but they need to add more because those buyers are. Come on, sellers, keep adding. That's it. 135. Oh, buyers broke above. Sellers need to take control now, or this could be it. If they don't take control right now, we might be in trouble. I got my finger on flatten because I can kind of, oh, that was good. I liked how instantly the buyers tried to come in, sellers pushed them right back down. So they are taking control. They are, but they need to add. That's it, 100, another 100. Notice how it went from 100 all the way to -3. There's a lot of buyers coming in at the bottom here. That's it. Boom, smack them out. Beautiful. Oh, but instantly buyers coming back in. This is so choppy, man. This could easily swing and take me out. But no, wow, look at that. Holy crap. Okay. MNQ went way further down than the mini. There we go. Come on. Give me a bit more. That's it. Take out all those stops. I need to see sellers keep adding. Keep adding. Oh, no, that's a lot of buyers coming in. Get below them quickly. -50. Ah, nah. Oh, this is choppy as hell. Buyers are using that as an opportunity to buy. I am getting out. This is way too choppy for me. But that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad at all. Damn. I think it was a false breakout. Just took out. And notice how when we got below, I didn't quite see it in real time, but I don't think this number spiked up. Right? The sell side number didn't actually spike. So we got below that low there. Basically the last significant kind of low on the 1 minute chart. We got below it where you would expect a lot of buyers to have their stops, right? And we didn't really see buyers exit. Instead, they started adding. They bought at their stop loss rather than accepting their stop to be hit, which is generally not a good sign. So I think that's all it is, and I'm kind of bullish again on this for now. Yeah, I'm going to be more bullish here. I mean, sellers are still trying to come in, but I think it was nothing more than just what people would say like a liquidity grab, false breakout, whatever. And then buyers are buying it back up again. That was all it. Buyers they didn't exit. A few did when we broke. I can't remember where it was. This candle changed so much rapidly. Something, I think when we did break down, we definitely saw some stops get hit, but below this area, I would have expected some stops like this number to spike up, and I don't think it did. And instead, we just saw buying come in immediately after. So I think that's all it is. So I'm back bullish again, bias-wise. Until something else. So let me get rid of all these lines, because these lines are now old news. We don't need them anymore. We can put the line, this one right at the top at the high. Yeah, I think buyers have taken this. So, and that's why it's important sometimes having the footprint, because it can tell you this stuff very quickly, whether you should have held, and see if it was a continuation, or whether, no, this isn't a continuation. This is just a false breakout. And you can usually tell that whether based on, if who's actually exiting the market. And the buyers just didn't exit the market. They bought into their stops, which is not suspicious, but it just means that they are, I'm not going to say that the insider trading, it could be, but that's generally what you see. Are you entering the Traderify Grand Cup 1 million prize? You know what? I'm not, but if I can get clearance from Ola Prime, if I'm allowed to do it, I would absolutely enter it 100%. Because the only issue I have is because I'm the director of growth for Ola Prime, I can't, I can be not affiliated with other brands. Like, we can work together if Ola Prime has an agreement with them or whatever, but I can't in any way, I can't show other brand names or, stuff like that. So if they would give me clearance and feel that it would be, I don't know, it's okay to do, then absolutely, I'll enter that. That'll be amazing. Can the green candle right after the big red one be a buy opportunity, since they were buying above the heavy selling volume? Yes, absolutely. That could have been a buy opportunity. Because then your stops can be super low, super tight, and absolutely that could be a buy opportunity. In fact, I think there's a big trading strategy a bit around. It might be ICT, I don't know, but there's a big retail trading strategy of, they call it liquidity grabs or whatever they call it, which is actually kind of the opposite of what's really happening. It's not actually grabbing liquidity. It's buyers not allowing their liquidity to be grabbed, which looks like that. But it doesn't matter. I mean, however you see it doesn't really matter, as long as it's profitable for you. But there's a big strategy of, waiting for a little peak below a level, and then, for a quick reversal. But if you actually see what happens, the reason that happens is not because buyers got stopped out and liquidity was grabbed. It's the opposite. Buyers weren't willing to get stopped out. Do you see what I mean? They were adding into more, rather than accepting. If they accept their loss, then sellers just need to keep selling a bit, which they were happy to do, and we would have just kept going down. But it's the fact that buyers didn't accept to lose, and they came in again, they doubled down, they kept the market up, I might get cooked here, but I'm going to re-enter short. No, it's all good. Look, if you're gonna always trade at the extreme, so you never know, Justin. It's absolutely fine. Because if you're gonna go short anywhere, it's better to go short near the highs than it is to short at the lows. What is the indicator? Fally. So it's not an indicator. It's a charting type called volume footprint. Okay. If you go on my channel, there's a video called how to set up the volume footprint on TradingView. If you watch that video, it's a full tutorial. It's about 20 minutes long. It explains exactly how to get it. Okay. Pyrex, good day to you. How are you? I've been learning so much since I started watching you live. Thanks for sharing your knowledge, Sammy. You're welcome, Kova. I'm glad to hear it. All right, let's see. Our buyers, now we've got kind of a bit higher up in the range. Are buyers willing to keep buying? Oh, sellers are shorting heavy here, but they're starting to fail, potentially fail. I may start looking to go long. Look at that 255. That is, we're trading above a big cluster of sellers. I'm going to go long. And my stop can literally be below that cluster, because if those sellers are trapped, which I believe they are now, and they failed, all we need is a bit of buy pressure to come in, and we should be able to go up and break through here. I think this might be the breakout that we've been waiting for, and then I just put my take profit wherever. But I need all sellers coming in again. Let's get above those sellers. As long as we keep trapping them, and they're not very effective at getting the market down. It's these guys here that were interesting. Come on, get above them, get above them. I want to see buyers. I want to see the candle go up and then big buyers come in here. That's what I want to see. So go above that 150. Come on, get above, and then big buyers in and around this area here. That's what I want to see. Come on, 90. Let me just move those drawings. Come on, a little bit more. Come on. Sellers might take it here. We're back below them again. Come on. Don't fail here, buyers. Keep adding. Get above that 162. We need to get above those sellers. And then big buyers. We want to see big buyers right now. Big buyers. There it is. Big buyers. Big buyers. Come on. Keep that momentum up. Don't fail. Come on. A little bit more. Push. Little bit more. That's what I want to see. Come on. Oh, they're dropping back down a bit. Keep adding. Oh, they got so close. So damn close. So damn close, those buyers. Come on, give it one more shot. One more shot. You can do it the second time round. Come on. Don't fail. Sellers got this, maybe. Don't let them out. Come on, one more shot, buyers. Unfortunately, don't think it's going to happen. And then they're letting out these sellers, and that is unfortunately it. I'm almost out. One tick me again. But I think, yep, I'm out. So damn close, man. And look, once they break through, boom, off it goes. Because as soon as as soon as we get below those sellers there and they're okay, they're going to add more volume and it just goes. But if we stayed above them and just gave it another big shot and squeezed them out, we could have had the move. But unfortunately, not quite. Damn, look at that. And then once it breaks, whew, I mean, that's one hell of a break. That is one hell of a break. Oh, there was a big... Buyers ate that up very quickly. Did you guys see that? Buyers are very serious right here. I'm going in buy again. I'm going to have my stop just below that wick because they came in aggressive as hell, those buyers. For a split second, this was all red, a lot of sellers, and then the numbers just kind of changed very quickly. It means a big chunk of buyers came in. Sellers coming in again. Might not work out here. Nah, unfortunately not. All right. Stopped out twice in a row, these bastards. Let's wait a little bit. They wanted it here, but they just weren't willing. They just weren't willing. What are we up on the day? What can I lose? We're still good. We're still 400 up, so it's not too bad. We've got some juice in the tank. One more good trade, and I think we're good. All right, let's see. Oh, they're coming in again, these buys. This is a very... Now, I don't want to chase it, But I do think buyers want it here, but the sellers also coming in extremely aggressive lower down. Very, very aggressive. Let's see. Pyrex, great. So I've been off the charts the whole day. Nice. How come you were off the charts, Pyrex? I just feel the agenda is to trap longs here at crazy highs, keeping it just below. Get the buyers in. It could very well be, man. Could very well be. I mean, it's working out very nicely for you this short, right? The platform I use does not have the ticker NQ1, and the delta footprints are on the NQM26 chart. Maybe that's why. Do you think? Hey, Sammy, I've got delta footprints charts, but the delta values are different when I copy your settings. Partly, yeah. It would partly be that. They're going to be a bit different. But even if they're a bit different, as long as, again, it doesn't matter whether the number is 56 or 46 here, it's still just kind of, it's the change in like how they develop is what's important. Sorry, guys, I just got a work message. I'm doing multiple things. Okay, cool. Sorry about that. I just had to read an important message. So yeah, tomorrow, unfortunately, I won't be streaming tomorrow. I have to. These buyers have come back in. They did want to fricking defend here. I don't want to chase it though. Don't want to chase it. I'll hold it for a bit. Hold off for a bit. Yeah. So tomorrow, unfortunately, I won't be streaming. Nor will I be streaming Friday, because I'll be on a plane, pretty much. As for next week, I might be able to stream a little bit, like Monday, Tuesday, etc. But I don't come back home until the 17th. So on the 18th again on Monday, I'll be able to stream. But yeah, tomorrow and Friday, definitely I won't be able to stream. I mean, the plane's got Wi-Fi. I might be able to trade. Can you imagine trading on a plane? But no. But next week I will try, and what I'll do, if I am going to be streaming, I will set up the stream beforehand. So if you see on my channel like an upcoming stream, then you know I'm going to be live. If you don't see it within an hour of New York Open, an upcoming stream, then unfortunately I won't be live that day. Because I don't know fully what is planned when I'm out there. If I'll have, the time during New York Open to trade. Like I won't be personally trading, but the markets would really try playing extreme games the day you trade on a plane. Can you imagine? Oh yeah, that would be a disaster, trading on the plane. Where are you traveling to? I'm traveling to India. For 10 days. Ooh, this area here is very interesting. I mean, we are at the bottom of the range. I just didn't like these sellers here were extremely adamant, to be honest. But then buyers at the bottom here earlier, they weren't willing to give up either. And look at these sellers coming in extremely heavy, but buyers are kind of making room. This is a tough one. It is a tough one. Part of me wants to go long. but I'm a little bit hesitant because those sellers are quite dangerous. We haven't really moved much either. As a whole, since NY Open, we've been a bit rangy so far. Have a safe trip. Thank you, Fred. Thank you. It's going to be a long ass day traveling. It's an overnight flight, so it's not too bad. I get to sleep on it. But I think from my house all the way to the hotel, oh, this looks good. This looks okay for a buy. It's starting to look good for a buy. I like... too late. Too late, damn it. I should have pulled the trigger earlier. Never mind, I missed that one. I don't quite want to get on here just in case this is a false breakout, but it did look good. The way we kind of rejected it very quickly and then filled it up all with buy volume is nice. But I just don't think these sellers are going to give up that easily. But we'll see. I missed that trade. Never mind. It's all right. It's always another one. But yeah, from my house to the actual hotel, I think it'll be like 20 something hours. So it's going to be a absolute ball ache because you can't fly direct. You have to do a layover and whatnot. So cumulative volume delta has decreased, yet price has not broken previous low. Interesting. It feels like it's working too hard to stay up. Yeah, Justin, I kind of agree with you here. But it could just be because I do think they're just locking horns. Buyers and sellers are just locking horns a little bit too much here. You know, they both kind of... There's just not clarity. Look at that. And then sellers come in, but buyers instantly bought it back up. I might go long. I just want to see one last little potential chunk of buyers or something, but I liked how buyers bought that low up. 2012. Shit, I got a terrible price. But I can have my stop here now. I got a really bad price because I bought as the candle was rising up. I don't like how bad that stop is, to be honest. But I do think buyers might take it here. I just feel like it might revisit that low again. If I see sellers come in, I'm going to get out and try jump in at a better price, to be honest. Come on, get above that. If not, too many sellers coming in. So I'm going to get out. I'm going to see if we can get back down to near where my stop is, and then jump in again because I got a really bad price there. Get my finger on the buy button. But I really liked what happened here. How we just instantly spiked above those sellers. Shit. Maybe we are going to break it. It was these sellers that came in here that told me actually wait, because I felt like we might just rotate a little bit up and down, you know? And if we're going to rotate down, there's a good chance I'll just get stopped out and then it will go back up. So I just got a terrible fill. I got a really bad fill. By the time I clicked the buy button, the candle was already up. Shit. It's moving. That's annoying. Never mind. It's fine. What can you do? Do you see any value in the cumulative volume delta? Absolutely. Like normally the cumulative volume delta is really good, especially if there's a good divergence between it. I haven't been using it that much recently just because this market has been there's been a lot of people front running and insider trading and things like that. So when you see something like that, oh, here we go. Maybe is this the opportunity? Oh, look at this. What an absolute insane candle. What the hell happened there? Absolute insanity, guys. Holy moly. Well, I don't want to buy just yet now because this is just like, what the hell? Buyers coming back in. This is just a crazy market, guys. Because you just can't defend yourself against chaos. Completely chaotic. What even caused that? I mean, I know we touched the point of control, but come on. Look at that. Sellers coming back in. 130 something. Damn. But yeah, no. Cumulative volume delta usually is very good. I may go in for a buy if I sell it. Okay, I'm going to go in for a buy. See if the buyers can just undo that big sell. I want to see. I want to get above that 200 right there. Come on, get above it. Get above it. Break above. Squeeze them out. Just undo this candle. If not, if we get below the 239 and you see more sellers come in, then I'm getting out. Come on. Nah, more sellers coming in. Buyers, buy it up. No. Nah, this is. Come on, you bastards. Come on, buy it up. Get above them. Come on. They're struggling way too much. And I'm not seeing huge buy volume come in. I'm not seeing really. Come on. 5, 11. Sellers are still shorting it. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. Good. 40. Come on. 26. Keep buying. Keep buying. Don't stop it. Instantly back to red. Come on. Buy it up. Where are you? 30, 70. Good. That's good chunks there. Come on. Let's get the damn extension once and for all. At least to the top of the range. Give me to the top of the range minimum. Come on, undo that candle. Whatever the hell that sell-off was, undo it. Come on, get above the 70, get above that sell cluster. Wipe them out, come on. Wipe it out. Good, come on. Come on, there it is, good. All right, keep going, keep going. Yeah, I'm just going to put because if we do break out of this range, I mean, we could go really high up. So I'm going to have I really hope we do break out. Like, I don't really want to go below that 60 anymore. So I can have my stop now at like 442, I would say. 442. So a little bit in profit. So at least it's risk-free now. There's a lot of sellers getting stopped out, which is good. Now I need to see buyers add into that and be willing to buy at the top. If they're willing to buy at the top, we're good here. Come on, I want to see these numbers keep increasing. 70, 60, 70, but increasing by a lot. Come on, 90, good. 100, all right, they're starting to buy it again. 2, good. 150, 140, 120, 109, 120. Come on, keep buying it. Give me like 180, something like that. Come on, get it to like 180, 200, something. I want to see it. Give me like a 90 cluster, 100 cluster, good. That's it. I've got my finger on flatten just in case one of these crazy ass sellers come in. To be fair, I mean, I'll be in profit anyway, even if my stops get hit, but still. Come on, just break above now. Break above. Add volume, buyers. Add volume. 200. Come on. 50, 60. That's it. 80, 40. Back to 27. Back to 40. 90. Good. Good. You see, when a big cluster comes in, we went from like 30 to 90. Nice big cluster comes in. You get that movement. But they have to keep buying at the top, which makes it, which is always a big ask, you know? And we'll just keep going. 131, good. 49, that's decent cluster. Come on, bit more. Oh, that's it. Get above it. Get above the sellers. Come on, we're so close to stopping all these guys out. Where is the high? So we've got a major high there, and then another high almost here somewhere. We're going to expect a lot of stop losses to get hit. If we just go a little bit higher, we're about to squeeze them out. Can the buyers do it, or are they just going to rotate back down? Or are they going to lose steam here and we're just going to do another rotation? Come on, breakout, boys. Let's do it. Come on, get above that sell volume. Get above it. Oh, sellers coming back in. Back down to -7. Good. We ate them up. Keep adding. Come on. 22. Let's break out here. 59, 69, 71, 67, 56. Come on. Bigger clusters we need. We need more volume, buyers. More volume here. Come on, get above them. Get above the sellers. Don't let them have any kind of pace here or any momentum. Get above. There we are. 70, 50. These sellers keep coming in. Come on, buyers. One last push. I just need a couple of more big buyers to come in, and we've got this. We're swooping up. Few more big boys need to enter the market now. 20, 12, 24, 39. Come on. You're so close. Just do it. Oh, -100. Eat it up. Come on, eat it up. Drop that number down. Good. -80, -70. Any second now. I feel it's going to pop. Oh, come on. Any second now. I feel we got the pop coming. Don't slip here. Come on, buyers. Where are you? You're starting to... I'm not seeing big buy volume come in. Come on. Come on. You bastards. Come on. Don't fail here. You were so close. Little bit more. 60. There we go. Good. As soon as a buyer comes in, boom, we undo it. Get above that sell volume. I need another big buyer to come in right now. You bastards. They keep adding these sellers, but I feel we're about to pop any second. Come on. Any second now, there's going to be a buyer that comes in and just swoops up. There has to be. Come on. I've seen this happen so many times. Come on. Any second now, we're about to get a pop. If not, if we get below that 48 on the buy side, just on the last candle, I want to get out. I don't want to really drop lower than that because that's where the buyer was willing to come in. I just need a buyer to be more confident and enter a little higher up, and then we've got this. Come on. You bastards. Don't trap them. Don't get any lower. Come on. Come on. I should really move my stop loss just below where that buyer came in. Because if the sellers do manage, I got stopped out on profit. Never mind. It'll be so annoying if it happens now. It actually is. It is. Look, 1890. No. No. Are you kidding me? You absolute What a joker. What an absolute joker. Literally. Yeah, it's going to pop now. You can't make this up, man. You can't make this up. If only I put my stop one tick lower, right? Never mind. It's all good. It's all good. What are we up today? 845. Not bad. Not bad. Oh, dear. And it's just got, there's all the sellers getting stopped out. Yeah. Literally, that buyer came in. The buyer I was waiting for. This 110. These guys here, I was waiting just. If only I waited a few more seconds and put my stop a little bit lower down, we'd be all right. And then we would have to pop here and we'd be like, yay, celebrating. But what can you do, man? What can you do? That's trading. Sometimes it can be annoying, man. It can be annoying. Classic $1 below high on SPY debate longs. I'm trying to short the thing going to fly or dump. I think it's flying up now. I think the sellers are pretty much out the market or starting to get out the market, and I think we've got the buyers won the battle. Eric, great to see you, man. I've missed seeing you. You are amazing. Thank you, Eric. Thank you. Says, beautiful entry, bro. Thank you, NASA says bears last stand at 28,493. 28,493, 28,493. Yeah, around there. That was the last stand, and then boom. They're all out. All this volume, pretty much. If you look at the delta volume, just in general, 807. This as well is going to be stops getting hit. So basically, you can almost say 1,000 extra, sellers have just been wiped out in one move. I'm not gonna lie, that kind of pissed me off. That little one ticked me, man. One ticked me. I felt it coming as well. I felt the pop coming. I had to move my stop, didn't I? I couldn't have waited another couple of seconds to move the stop, and I would have been all right. Coach, did you see my email speaking about Rob? Yes, I did see it. Sorry, Eric. Yes, I did. I'll be at the prop firm match. What do you call it? Event. I won't. It's a virtual one. I think there is one in London, which I'll be in June, but their virtual one where and Rob from Wealth Charts, he will be there as well. So I'll try and have a chat with him about bringing Wealth Charts to Ola Prime. Okay. Yep. When that buyer you were looking for came in, that last stand got overrun. Exactly, NASA. That was it. But you see, the buyer just, they were waiting for that little bit extra of a dip to get that good price, and then boom. That's brutal, Sammy. Happened to the best of us. You're reading the markets like a book. Thank you, Trader Lewis. It does happen. But, on vice versa, it happens like, I think the first trade I took of this day, which was a very good trade, I think it was like $600 or something. Somewhere here near the open, I took a long. Remember, I got one tick away from getting stopped out, and then it went in my direction and worked out. So it works, it averages out. Sometimes you're going to have a situation like that where one ticking you works in your favor, and other times, unfortunately, you have a situation like that. One ticking you doesn't work in your favor, but it's all good. As long as you finish the day green, or, you never blow your account, and it all works out over time. And that's the important thing. I emailed Rob as well, so I emailed both of you. Okay, awesome. I will DM you his email. Yeah, please do, Eric. That'd be great. Thank you. Do you see a possible short now that buyers are getting absorbed at the top? Let's have a look. So I wouldn't want to short just yet, and I'll tell you why. So yes, buyers are getting absorbed, but that could be an element of, take profits being hit, things like that. I don't think it's really stops getting hit, right? There might be some stops from the sellers, but I think it's more buyers just kind of taking profit, especially this volume here would have been stopped, sorry. This is actually real buy volume coming in. No, I'm talking rubbish. It isn't stop losses. It isn't take profits. These are sellers getting stopped out from above the range, right? On that candle. So this volume I can ignore. This volume, like these peaks at the bottom here, or sell volume, is more likely buyers trailing getting stopped out. So again, buyers getting stopped out. This is legit buying. So unless the shorts manage to get below those buyers here and squeeze them out, it's still a buy. It's not going to drop, because buyers are still coming in aggressive regardless. Again, they came in aggressive, right? And now again, coming in aggressive. So were they getting absorbed a little bit, but they were still willing to keep buying into it? Do you know what I mean? Sellers would need to get rid of those buyers out the market. Now, if those buyers never came in, if there wasn't really any real buy pressure coming in again on this candle and this candle, and it was just sort of sell volume, and then sellers, and we kind of went here and sellers started coming in a bit heavier, leading up to breaking this low, and we see a bunch of sell volume appear here, indicating that buyers are getting stopped out, then yeah, then we could have a short trade. So no true sellers. Exactly. There was really no real sellers. Here we got, again, it's hard to know whether these are real sellers or buyers, again, getting stopped out at break even, because we had buyers come in and they're trailing and potentially getting stopped out here. So you kind of want to wait until you see that clarity. Do you know what I mean? Because again, like this buy volume could just be some of these sellers getting stopped out because we took out the high here. So that could just be sellers getting stopped out. The sell volume here could just be some buyers who did enter in and around this range, getting out at break even, because we had a breakout and it's kind of gone back to the entry and they're just getting out. So it's very hard to know these two candles what the volume is, right? It could just be a bunch of exits. So we don't really want to put too much emphasis on these candles. It's what happens next that kind of, now there's some real sellers coming in. So let's measure up and see how those sellers are faring. But look, real buyers coming in above them, it's still a buy. Do you know what I mean? It's still, the buyers are still in control here, right? But sellers coming in above those buyers right now. So there's a bit of a battle going on. So you could go in for a buy, have your stop below this candle essentially, because if we get below those buyers, there's a good chance they'll get stopped out here, and then the buy move isn't ready, and we get a bit of a retracement, and then more buyers come in. But sellers are starting to short the market now a little bit, but it's going to be a bit choppy, this candle, until one side kind of gives up. But the buyers are still doing better. When the buyers came in, they kind of pushed the market up. So again, we're just looking at the volume, seeing how it develops. Also, who's coming in chunks, right? Like sellers came in 20. Oh, big sellers came in there. Let's see how good they are. Instantly got absorbed. This is still a buy for me. It's still okay for a buy. And the stop will have to be below this low here. But if those sellers keep coming in aggressive and get below it, then it's over for the buyers for now. But we want to see buyers really, try and defend this area and come in hard. So we're looking at the numbers. Do we see big chunks of buyers coming in? At the moment, not really. We're seeing actually, there was a good chunk. We went from -90 back to like -20. So what is that? 70 buyers or something came in there, but we're kind of trading below them, but sellers are reloading again, back to -30. another 50 on the buy side, 90. So buyers are coming in now, starting to come in a bit aggressive. But there are sellers also equally aggressive. So it's going to be a very choppy area here. And it might be a bit, for the next few minutes, we might get a little bit of consolidation, sideways. So if I was in a buy, I would, yeah, my stop will have to be super tight here. But those sellers are still, they're pushing down quite. Oh no, buyers got above the sellers. So you just want to see how it develops, really, But I do think the buyers are, look, they're starting to buy higher up. Boom, took out a lot of the sellers. Stops got hit. They're reloading. Are they going to take out the high here and we'll see a bunch of sellers leave the market? As soon as we cross this black line, do we see a bunch of buy volume appear? Then the sellers have exited and it should be okay. But the sellers are still holding on. But I think they're about to pop through now any second. And buyers might take, because they're still buying near the high, the buyers. Oh, the sellers that came in again. A buyer's going to defend. Still choppy. But yeah, you're basically kind of looking at that development, Trump talking again. Well, if Trump's talking, no trade. Don't know what he's about to say. So we have to see heavy sellers below the high buy volume. Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. Pyrex, is Ola Prime Futures a one-time payment for a 50K account? It just says 103. I believe it's monthly. It's monthly only if you're if you're still in the challenge phase, right? Once you pass it, obviously you don't pay. You pay the activation fee or whatever, but you don't pay monthly once passed. Yeah, I think they're going to pop through and the seller's about to get stopped out. But you could really see the battle going on here, up and down the battle in this area. The sellers are still fighting it. They're not giving up either, to be fair. They're doing quite well. Oh, they're doing very well here. They're adding volume. Oh, and look at that. Instantly back to 28. Buyers are buying up every dip. Nah, I don't think the sellers are going to take it just yet. That when they do come in, buyers buy the dip very quickly. But again, look, sellers weren't willing to get stopped out. We almost stopped them out. We just about ticked above the high, and sellers added to their position rather than allowing themselves to get stopped out. What does that mean? That means sellers are very adamant here. So this would be my first sign if I was in a buy. I'd be like, actually, this doesn't look good, because the sellers are not giving up. We need them to give up, right? We need to stop them out. If they're not willing to get stopped out and they actually add into a losing position, that to me looks like front running again. And this could potentially, who knows? But it's not a huge amount of volume, to be fair. It's not a massive amount of volume. We're still looking at relatively small numbers here. So I wouldn't rush into like this is insider trading, because the volume is still relatively not that high. But that is the first sign of danger for the buyers. The fact that sellers are adding into their losing position. Because in the ideal world, you just want sellers to get stopped out, right? You want them just to exit, stop out. And now all the sellers in here, they got no money on the line anymore. They're out the market. And then buyers just need to buy a little bit. So let's see if they get stopped out. Do we see a big spike in volume? No, we're not seeing a little bit there. We saw a little bit of a spike, but not a huge amount. They're still actually somewhat shorting it, because we did spike up a little bit. Yeah, it's hard to know right now. It doesn't look like the sellers, a lot of them got out actually, and they're still shorting it. They didn't really. This is very weird. This is very strange. This is not normal. This is not normal at all. I wouldn't want to short it, but I would be very cautious buying here. Something looks odd. Something looks off here. I wouldn't want to buy or sell at the moment, but sellers seem to be adding into their positions. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe something's about to happen. Hello, nice to be here. I traded futures for the first time yesterday, traded today also. Loved every minute of it. I usually trade Forex. Amazing, Martin. Great to have you here. Welcome to the future. I'm planning on buying futures account on Ola Prime. Amazing. Awesome. Well, be great to have you on the platform. Tamsleen, hey man, managed to pass an eval today. One dayed it, pushed it a bit hard, but never went into the red. Your commentary really helped. Thank you. Amazing, Tamsleen. Glad to hear that, man. NASA, are we at all-time highs for ES and NQ? No, we're still far away from all-time highs. We're not far away, but we're all-time highs is on NQ is 28,635. We're still like almost 100 points away. But we were at all-time highs earlier in the day. Thank you. No problem, Martin. No problem. But something is a bit weird here. I mean, sellers are still shorting. Notice how the change has happened. Something is occurring right now. And it looks like sellers are building a position again. I am starting to lean on the side that someone is building up a short position here. Because they're not willing to allow themselves to get stopped out. They're not exiting the market. They just keep adding into it, you know? So I'm going to guess this might be front running. And there is a seller in this whole region. And look how the market is moving. Just look at the candlesticks alone, right? Look how strange it looks, how we're kind of drifting up, but constantly kind of pushing down, up, down, up, down. It's this weird kind of slow movement up. It's weird because every time they should be getting stopped out, they're actually selling more and selling more and selling more. And you can see it in the cumulative volume, right? We started, look, around 300 contracts cumulative, right? For the day. And notice how, even though we're going up ever so slightly, notice how the cumulative volume is drifting into the negative. There's a clear divergence, right? We're going up, but cumulative volume's going down. We're seeing that divergence because someone is not getting stopped out. Do you see what I mean? They're adding into their position rather than allowing their stops to get, well, then clearly don't have any stops, right? And it looks like they're front running. So I would start shifting. If I was in a buy, I would definitely be out now, definitely get out. But I would start slowly shifting my bias to be a short. But I would want to see something a bit more substantial to happen. I wouldn't want to short just yet because it could keep drifting more and more as buyers keep buying it, and I don't know where or when this is going to happen. It might drift a little bit more, and then all of a sudden you get a big move down. So it's a dangerous play. We saw that the other day happen. I mean, it worked out in the end, but I got chopped up many times in a row, before the move actually played out. But this is looking a bit a bit suspicious. Coach C, safe travels to your trip to India, my friend. Thank you, Coach C. Thank you. Yeah, there's definitely something going on here. Just look at the cumulative volume, really going into the negative. There's definitely a divergence happening. So we'll see. But you know what it could also be? It doesn't necessarily mean that someone's front running. What it could absolutely be as well, and we got to remember this, we just had a wicked move up, right? Really nice kind of move up. It could be some buyers or a buyer exiting manually at the peaks, right? Every time we kind of get near the high, they exit their buy position. You know, they drop 100, 200 contracts, exit. And they're just sort of drip feeding their way out of the market. It could very well be that. Now, if it is that, it's unlikely we're going to go down, because at the moment this buyer's out the market, I mean, it could still go down, but like, there's no intention. No one's front running it because they believe that, you know, no one's actually entering the market as a short. That it's just a buyer exiting. So it could be that. Now, it's a bit weird if someone was doing that. I'm not going to lie. It's generally not how the big players exit the market. But anything's possible. Especially in this market with, you know, what's happening in the world and all the news that comes. Oh, something came out at 354, all power plants using natural gas at max capacity. All right. Nothing too major. So yeah, who knows? Oh shit, it's 4 p.m. here. All right, guys, unfortunately, we will have to end it there for the stream. But great little trading day, I think. What did we finish on? 845. Not bad. So we're almost there to passing this account. Like I said, unfortunately, I won't be here tomorrow or Friday. Hopefully, I can trade. I can stream Monday. So yeah, don't forget about me. I will be back soon. Have a great rest of your week and weekend, everyone. And I'll see you all hopefully next week. Okay. Thank you all for tuning in. Take care, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.